on the floor.
Matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Inside for him, it's Harris and Durham. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot.
And Allen is a problem from right there. This guy's so good at using his body and his touch.
Cunningham inside, covered by Okoro.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Allen finds Okoro. Over Cunningham. Thompson with the rebound. Detroit with the ball. And Duran slams it in.
That's just good fundamentals from Cunningham. When a guy is that open, you got to get it to him.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
Yeah, they do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Now Cunningham, following the three-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. Knocks it loose.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Back to Hunter. Fires for 3, and Thompson sends it back.
He has the potential to be an elite NBA defender for a long time. Thompson can guard anybody.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Mitchell against Thompson. Screen by Allen. Mitchell wide open. And the 3-ball is good.
Well, Donovan Mitchell, a 3-level scorer, and fires away from deep with reckless abandon, folks.
Cunningham drives in.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
Mitchell kicks to Okoro. Allen at the screen for Okoro. 6 on the shot clock. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That's on Jalen Durham.
Do you not love that by any means necessary attitude from Jared Allen, able to finish through the contact?
Doris, you can just see in Isaac Okoro the confidence he's gained since his rookie year.
Kevin, he's always had tremendous confidence on the defensive end. I mean, he's a lockdown defender at multiple positions. What you're seeing develop is more belief in his jump shot. And that confidence comes because he's been willing to put in the work.
Now, here's Ivy. Thompson looking for an opening. Harris passes to Duran. Now Thompson. Duran sets the screen for Thompson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jared Allen.
Clever move by the young guy. Thompson sticks with the shot and gets fouled.
2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. 1:46 left in the first quarter. the screen on Thompson. Mitchell passes to Allen. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. Mobley with the block.
That's about reach, folks. The length, the athleticism, the timing of Evan Mobley.
Okoro. Duren pulls it in.
And he's going to have a hard time shaking off that miss. Everything was going right. The dunk was lined up beautifully, but not to be.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Jalen Duren, a physical specimen, is improving the finer points of his game, including his vision. He said, I feel like I've always been a good passer. I've developed more of that as my young career has gone on, understanding the league better and how to win. Kevin?
Yeah, D.A., you know, it takes time, but nice to see his development. And here is Mitchell, following the three-pointer by Cade Cunningham. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
The spider in the house, the unmatched quickness of Donovan Mitchell. What a bucket.
Harris outside. That three off the mark.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Okoro kicks to Allen. A kick out to Mobley. And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That is his first foul of the game. 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Hunter dishes to Allen. Oh, that's offensive interference. The Cavaliers have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight.
With 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. Cunningham with it. 9 points in the game so far. Over Okoro. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Detroit Pistons. Ethan. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
On the floor for Detroit, Thompson and Harris are their forwards. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Duren in at the 5 spot. Now Thompson. After Isaac Okoro missing on that last three-pointer. And Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Here's Cunningham. Isaac Okoro picking up that last basket. Cunningham gets the bucket.
And the strength of Cunningham. Fantastic job there scoring on the defense.
Mitchell outside. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Cunningham outside. Pass to Ivy. Cunningham sets a screen for Ivy. The kick out to Cunningham. A three-pointer is right on target. Cunningham's got the lead up to 9 now for Detroit.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes... Oh, what a dunk!
Look out below!
So fast of foot, on the run, I'll see her up the catch.
Mobley inside. Duren's on him. It's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket for Mobley. Cunningham looking it over. And Thompson throws it down.
I think the rim could be 12 feet off the ground, and Thompson could still go get the lob.
a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Okoro passes to Mitchell and stolen by Thompson. Pass to Duren. Out to Thompson. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Okoro wide open. He fires. And the three off target. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. And it's Thompson that time on the assist from Tobias Harris. And now an 11-point Piston lead. Thompson against Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, my goodness. Throw it down, Donovan Mitchell, just exploding off the floor.
Cunningham drives in. And yes, it's good. Cunningham's got 16. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
And Thompson slams it home.
Gotta do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
Pass to Hunter, and stolen by Ivy. A finish, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Cunningham kicks to Thompson. To Cunningham. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Okoro shot is off. 23 seconds left to play here in the half. And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Here's Hunter. No scoring in this one. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
Cunningham outside, and he's good on the three ball. Cunningham's got 10 points in the quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And so we conclude the first half. It's Detroit. They lead by 11. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And get ready for the fan half-court stop.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Sam Merrill out there with Garland. Then there's Tristan Thompson. Then it's Max Strus. And it's Okiki in at the power forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that three. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his look.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
It's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you. Thompson dishes to Garland, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Pistons leading by 12. Beasley with the screen on Garland. Hardaway from outside. Hits it from three-point range. Hardaway has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, we know that Tim Hardaway Jr. can space the floor. You don't want to allow him to start cooking.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Garland. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Detroit's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Beasley with a clean look. Offline with his 3. The Cavaliers trail by 15. Driving the lane. Merrill gets the bucket. Merrill's got his first points of the game.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Hardaway from outside. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Thompson outside. The 3 from Garland. And it's Reed pulling it down.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
From the arc. Hardaway, no good. Cavaliers have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Fontecchio passes to Reed. Hardaway against Garland.
2 minutes.
And Tim Hardaway Jr. for 3.
2 minutes.
Hardaway has got 9.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everything.
And Thompson throws it down.
Yeah, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player could learn from.
Hardaway for 3. And another 3 for Detroit.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Garland dishes to Thompson. It's deflected. 1:07 left here in the third quarter. Hardaway finds Fontecchio. Stewart. It's good on the putback. And the Pistons lead by 19.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? The 3 from Garland. Good on the three-point shot. Garland's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Hardaway for 3. Okeke grabs the miss. Okeke's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the paint, Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
Hardaway for 3. And it's Strus with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Okeke passes to Strus. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Fontecchio. That's his first foul. 16 seconds left in the third quarter. And here's Garland for 3. Kept alive. Merrill on the wing. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Merrill's got 5 points so far. Now here's Hardaway. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Detroit holding on to an 11-point cushion. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duren. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Thompson in at the three. Mobley misses. Pistons leading by 11. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Thompson passes to Duren. Pistons passing it around. Thompson left side. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Mitchell against Thompson. Mitchell feeling it out a bit to the inside. Mobley. Back to Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Ivy with the bucket. And the Pistons lead by 15.
Thompson.
Wow, Ivy just takes off. That high-effort transition play, that's what will make him an asset moving forward. And he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Cunningham outside. Ivy kicks to Cunningham. Ivy with a screen for Cunningham. Drills it from outside. Cunningham's got 22 points.
And you see that one motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
Mitchell against Thompson. Kicks it out to Mitchell. And he can't jam it through. Detroit leading by 16. Cunningham dishes it to Thompson. Now here's Cunningham, covered by a Coral. Harris passes to Cunningham. Here's the three. Hunter grabs the miss. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Spida is attacking right now. Very few guys can score it as quickly or as easily.
That's a 2 from Cunningham. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Ivy kicks to Cunningham. Takes the three. Hits the three-point bomb. Cunningham's got 8 here in the quarter.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point. Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pistons?
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
When it comes to the game's elite scorers, Doris, Donovan Mitchell is certainly on that list.
And Kevin, there's no question about it. He's a proven playoff performer, a natural leader who doesn't mind a team leaning into his scoring ability. And the beauty is he can do it in a lot of different ways.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Pistons.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Asar Thompson.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
And Okoro over to help. And here's Harris from the arc. Mobley with the rebound. And so it's Mobley with it. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They trail by 18. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Mitchell outside. Good on the triple. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Cunningham for three. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Okoro passes to Mitchell. Over Harris. And it's Mitchell missing. So Detroit takes this one by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it.
These two teams, a lot of their action runs through the front court.
You're exactly right, BA, and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively too.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. We've got Maxey. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Paul George, and it's Grimes in at the shooting guard. George's shot is off. Hunter against Maxey. Hunter on the wing. Outside Mitchell. Mobley, a screen on George. 6 on the shot clock. And the layup is good off the glass.
You're such a strong guy. Donovan Mitchell plays bigger than his listed 6'1" height.
Mitchell against Maxey. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Mitchell. Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant. Here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, BA. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Now here's Mitchell. First quarter, just over a minute played.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Into the lane. The offensive rebound. The kick out to Maxey. Back to Embiid. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. George for 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Here's Hunter. And the baseline jumper goes down.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Now here's Maxey. Embiid, a screen on Mitchell. Pass to Embiid. Lets it go from deep. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
A focal point in this offense, Embiid has no hesitation shooting off the catch.
Here's Mitchell. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Mitchell against Maxey. Kicks it to George. The 3 ball. Mobley grabs the board. The Cavaliers leading. Okoro outside. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul.
Team foul.
First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Okoro outside. 5 on the clock. Driving in. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Joel Embiid is setting records with his scoring, but he said, when I get stuck into just being a scorer, that's not the best version of me. I like sharing the ball. As you've seen the last couple of years, the teams that have won, they move the ball. Nothing is static, so that's how we should play. Pretty simple, Brian.
Yeah, great understanding, right? Thanks, Allie.
You know, Drummond always looks like he's trying to tear the basket down when he dunks.
Oh, and Mitchell powers it home!
Oh, guys. I mean, this crowd is in awe of that Mitchell dunk. Heck, I'm in awe, too.
Embiid, a screen on Mitchell. Maxey. Missed inside.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
And there's Mitchell on the assist by Mobley. Mitchell's got 9 points.
Mitchell has everything, including that three-point shot.
And Maxey, here we go. Boom! He jams it straight down.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
Putting his athleticism to great use. When Mitchell takes the initiative, he's hard to stop.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Grimes. Hunter covering. Pass to Grimes. Embiid with it. And Embiid throws it down.
I got pity for that rim right there, Joel Embiid. That's a big man banging that thing down.
Mitchell drives in. Oh, he goes big with the dunk right over Joel Embiid.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play. Just a big-time effort for Donovan Mitchell, providing a lot of energy for Cleveland. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points, leading the charge. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Cavaliers.
Well, we've seen them take advantage of the lanes given to them so far. The defense isn't plugging it up, and it's being exploited.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
So, on the floor for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter, they've got Joel Embiid. Also, Andre Drummond out there. Tyrese Maxey is out there with Paul George. And it's Grimes in at the 2. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. And here are the Sixers now. 8-point game. Embiid against Mobley. Mobley grabs the board. Okoro outside to the middle. It's stolen by Drummond. And he's all alone. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Well, this is Drummond's defensive mindset paying off here. Sees a chance to make the steal and capitalize.
And you watch Tyrese Maxey, Clark. He's so good at creating offense.
Yeah, he can get that thing rack to rack and downhill in a heartbeat, B.A. In the break and in the pick and roll, he puts tons of pressure on the defense because he's so quick. And he knows how to use angles, too. And he can shoot it from deep, so he's got the full package.
A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Outside Mitchell. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Maxey against Mitchell. Embiid, a screen on Mitchell. And Maxey, here we go. Oh, rejected by Allen.
Boy, elite shot blocking is...
And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
The play will be reviewed under NBA rules. The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
Still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Mitchell, the pass to Okoro. Maxey against Hunter. With the drive, and finished off by Hunter.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue, but in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Here's Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Maxey passes to Grimes. Maxey on the wing. Checked by Mitchell. Clock at 6. Embiid from outside. Showing some range. Embiid, nice.
The defense will have to get out on Embiid. He's dangerous at all 3 levels.
Mobley on a screen. Mitchell into the... Oh, Donovan Mitchell! He's got springs in those legs!
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
For 3, Maxey. Mobley grabs the board.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Sixers' 2 stars make a great pairing. Maxey said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy. Good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Allie. Thank you.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Okoro with the ball. Guarded now by George. For 3, Allen. Rebound by Philadelphia. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Grimes. Here's Maxey. From deep. He drops it from range. Maxey's got 7 points in the game.
You got to get out on that if you're the defender. Maxey is very capable from beyond the arc.
Outside Mitchell. Mobley on a screen. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Great job.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the 3rd quarter.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot drums. They're thinking about the shot.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from Donovan Mitchell.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Sam Merrill out there with Ty Jerome. Then it's Chuma Okeke. Then there's Tristan Thompson. And it's Strus in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
There's a screen by Okeke. Jerome, that's good.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
That's exactly what they want. Get him into the offensive flow right away and then keep it going.
And a if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Here's McCain, covered by Merrill. They set the pick. A nice shot by McCain. McCain's gotten 4 this quarter.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
His first team foul.
And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That's where Tristan Thompson is most comfortable, right around the rim, throwing it down.
Now here's Butler. Tight defense on him. Here's Yabusele. Pass to McCain. Thompson pulls it in. Cleveland leading by 12. Here's Okiki. He's scoreless. There's a screen by Okiki. Here's Strus. Drives to the hoop. And he banks in the layup.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
Pass to McCain. Takes the 3. The kick out to Edwards. Shot clock at 5. Soft touch off the glass. Edwards got his first points in this one.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Here's Jerome. Butler covering. From downtown. The rebound by Yabusele. 76ers trail by 12.
2 minutes.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line could be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Here's Jerome. Merrill outside. To the paint. Here's Okiki. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. And the Cavaliers lead by 12.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Fast break, Cleveland. From deep, Strus. The rebound by Yabusele. 76ers trail by 12. Down low. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Outside Strus. Back to Jerome. Pass to Okiki. Back to Jerome. 4-3. Can't get it to drop. And it's Butler with the ball for Philadelphia. Edwards, pass to Butler. Picked his pocket. And now the Cavaliers on the break. Jerome, that's good. Jerome's got 4 points now in the quarter. Philadelphia's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's McCain. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Here's Jerome. Butler covering. There's a screen by Okiki. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jerome. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. The third quarter comes to a close. Cleveland on top. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was the choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Substitution on the court.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. We've got Edwards, and it's Yabusele in at the 4. Mobley is screen on Maxey. Here's Okoro. Outside for Mitchell. Pass to Hunter. Launches a 3. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. And the Cavaliers lead by 12.
You're showing off the floor awareness right there. I love whenever Mitchell looks to share the wealth.
Here's Maxey. And he goes in for the dunk.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Mitchell finds Mobley. Pass to Hunter. And finished off by Hunter.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Maxey against Mitchell. Drummond with the ball. Banked it in off the glass.
A true center, a throwback center. Drummond is not a guy who jacks up threes. Andre wants to eat inside.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. George against Hunter. From the arc. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Maxey passes to Grimes. Maxey on the wing. Checked by Mitchell. Pass to Drummond. Good on the bucket. Drummond's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, a little contact will not deter Drummond. I mean, he gets physical right back and finishes strong.
Here's Mitchell, and Mitchell with the slam.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Embiid is screen on Mitchell. For 3, Maxey is rebounded by Okoro. Okoro's got 4 rebounds now. Mitchell against Maxey. Hunter. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Tyrese Maxey. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, you know, in some circles, this is an unpopular point, but there can be value in taking the mid-range shot. This team is certainly proving that tonight.
Yeah, another thing, this offense came in aggressive, driving into the lane, forcing the defense to try to adjust. So far, the defense hasn't had enough of an answer.
They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup, make sure you get a good shot.
It's stolen by Maxey. Embiid misses. Cleveland leading by 10. Here's Mitchell. Oh, Mitchell just exploding to the rim.
And the fans love it. And Mitchell certainly seems to be enjoying himself on the offensive end.
Ooh, stolen by Allen. Okoro on the wing. George defending. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds to Cleveland.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
From deep, Mitchell.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Cavaliers.
And they were on. Ooh, Embiid finishes the lob in style.
I tell tell you, Embiid's teammates absolutely love setting him up. I mean, they know he's going to finish strong every time.
Allen a screen. Three-pointer. Man, that one's good. Mitchell for three.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Embiid passes to Maxey. And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, blows the alley-oop jam. And a chance to add to the lead here.
Yeah, BA, they should really stick with what they've been doing.
Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball. .26 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Get on, Tyrese.
To the inside. And Embiid throws it down.
Making opportunities. Maxey smartly using the pick and roll to create for his team.
And so Cleveland takes this one by a big margin. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, BA.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you. Now a look. Starting lineup. George is out there with Maxey. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Embiid. And it's Oubre in at the 3. And for the Pistons, Cunningham is the point with Thompson on the wing. Tobias Harris is out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Duren in at the center. Coming into this game, Stan, it's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Cunningham for 3. Buries it from three-point range.
And you see that motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
Here's Maxey. Bucket is good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Cunningham's shot is off. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking. I think it's a good fit with this forward thinking.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punch it home like that.
And Drummond kicks to Maxey. And he slams it right down on top of Cade Cunningham.
Incredible, the lift off the floor, the creativity in the air. Highlight real effort there by Maxey.
Here's Thompson. Harris outside. Cunningham outside. Over Maxey. Cunningham's shot is off. 76ers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. But 3, it's good. Nice touch there from Maxey. Maxey's got 7 points.
Take your focus off Maxey for 1 second, and he will let it fly from out there.
Here's Stewart. Duren the pass to Cunningham. Paul George with the steal. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
Team second.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Well, Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there. Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Here's Maxey. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And what a finish by Maxey with that contact. That took a lot of guts.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
Cunningham kicks to Harris. Cunningham sets a screen for Harris. Maxey with the block. Stewart against Embiid. Outside for George. For the three. Embiid, no good. Pistons trail by 4. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team, showing that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Maxey passes to Embiid. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
Here's Cunningham. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. 2 for 1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Here's George. And Thompson sends it back.
He has the potential to be an elite NBA defender for a long time. Thompson can guard anybody.
Harris with it. Maxey covering. Cunningham gets the bucket.
And from three-point range, guys, he has hit the ground running. What a first quarter.
Maxey looking it over. Pass to George. Here's Maxey. Here's Embiid. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on...
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. 76ers lead by 2. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the 76ers?
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
Cunningham is the point with Thompson on that. It's a great finish!
Oh, my.
So fast of foot, on the run, Asir, tough to catch.
Here's Maxey, and slam dunk by Maxey.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. They get it again. The 76ers lead. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Tobias Harris, over the course of his career, has played a lot at both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both of them. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Kevin, he's just a basketball player and a very, very good one.
I would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much. Cunningham for 3. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
And you can see why they continue to call Cunningham's double. Once he's flipped that switch, let him go to work.
Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Cunningham drives in. And that one, good. Cunningham's got 5 points now this quarter.
And one of the areas where Cunningham has been compared to Doncic, his strength with the ball in his hands.
And it's Drummond missing.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that bad boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the bad boys.
Thompson outside. Dives to the hoop, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Outside, Maxey. And it's blocked. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Stewart. And it's the 76ers with the ball.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
Cunningham dishes it to Harris. Thompson passes to Durant.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Now, here's Stewart. Shot clock at 6. Cunningham for 3. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Maxey passes to George. Down low, Embiid. Rebound, Detroit. Stewart's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Thompson. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all total.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Cunningham looking it over. Sinks the triple. Cunningham's got a pair of triples in the second now for Detroit.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Hey, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Back to Embiid. There's the 3. It's Cunningham with the rebound. Pistons leading by 4. Here's Thompson diving in, and he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
And credit Harris for creating that high percentage look, scanning the floor and finding the best option.
Sinks the three-pointer.
What a tremendous ability to hit from so far out. That's a big-time 3.
Harris a screen on Maxey. Cunningham kicks to Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists in the game. And here's Maxey. Off target with the open look. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Pistons. And he continues to torment them from three-point range. A total of 5 threes for him in the game now. We've got more in store for you right after this. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And so in the game for the 76ers, Abusele out there with Edwards. And it's Bona in at the 5, down low. Driving inside. And slam dunk by Ivy.
Just slicing his way to the rim. Just look at this kid, Ivy, go.
And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded him.
Beasley outside. Here's Hardaway going inside.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Pass to Grimes. Shoots the 3. And it's Fontecchio with the rebound. Hardaway passes to Reed. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And one of the best guard finishers. Ivy relentless when attacking the rim.
Detroit shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Detroit leading by 9. Hardaway kicks to Ivy. Hardaway up top. Back to Ivy. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
And it's Jaden Ivey with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Grimes. Lets it go from deep. Drills it from outside. Grimes has got 5 points now this quarter. You know, Stan, it sometimes seems that coaches get themselves ejected on purpose to fire up their team. Am I on the right track there or not?
Well, Kevin, certainly it happens with some guys. There have certainly been guys, Jerry Sloan, Don Nelson, who would do some of that.
How about you? How about you?
Now, Kevin, you know me. All I'd always ever tried to do was help the referees because we all just want to get to the right call, and I could help them in that.
You did all the time.
As much as I could, but they were not receptive.
Beasley dishes to Reed. There's the drive. Back to Beasley. Pocket 6. Pass to Reed. Shoots. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Reed's got the lead up to 10 now for Detroit.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
Here's Grimes. Guarded by Hardaway. For 3. Connects from three-point range. McCain's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Outside Hardaway. Beasley outside. The putback. Pass to Hardaway. Back to Beasley. Inside. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And during this game, they sliced the D apart by just attacking the rim, flat out dominating them inside.
Beasley, the pass to Ivy. Back to Beasley. Pass to Ivy. Beasley sets a screen for Ivy. And again, it's the Pistons missing. The 76ers trail by 10. Here's Grimes. Here's Bona. Makes it off the glass.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Hardaway kicks to Ivy. Back to Hardaway. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Detroit Pistons in the driver's seat, up 8 points. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Cunningham is the point with Thompson on the wing. Duran out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Harrison at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And that's something Cunningham takes pride in. Sharp read with that pinpoint pass.
Popped up there for him. And B climbs the ladder, if that's even possible.
And you put the ball anywhere within a 3-foot radius of the rim, and Embiid's gonna go get it. And he's also coming with bad intentions.
Pulls up for 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. Cunningham against Maxey. Cunningham passes to Duran. They get the rebound, and there's Thompson putting it right back in. And the Pistons lead by 7.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Embiid the screen. Here's Maxey. And another field goal in his total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
Cunningham's shot is off. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Fires from deep. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Drummond's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Embiid with it, picked up by Thompson. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Now it's just a 3-point Detroit lead. Pistons have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. It's Cunningham with the drive.
Yes, sir. Kay Cunningham embracing the role of a leader.
For Philadelphia, they've got every shot they've taken so far in the 4th quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Here's Maxey. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Kay Cunningham.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
No good on that one.
For the Sixers, Max Tyrese.
That one misses.
Well, that's not the focus we're used to seeing from him at the line. He's usually rock solid. The contest plus the board. A full defensive possession from him. Great effort.
Embiid, no good. Detroit leading by 5. Cunningham kicks to Stewart. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Stewart's got himself on the board with 3 there. Maxey against Cunningham. Launches from deep. And that one's good. Maxey.
So poised in these situations. Love seeing Maxey rise to the occasion and knock that one down.
Harris a screen on Maxey. 3-pointer. Harris's shot is off. The 76ers trail by 5. Here's Embiid. Kicks it out to Maxey. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Detroit's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball.
Sixers ball.
Philadelphia has gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. Pass to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Here's Embiid. Guarded by Stewart. Embiid, no good.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
36 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Stewart with it. Maxey covering. That one goes in. And the Pistons lead by 7.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
And give credit to Maxey for just being aggressive inside, earning that whistle in the process.
The line for the Sixers, Max.
Maxey hits them both. And Detroit has possession. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Oubre against Cunningham. And so the Pistons take the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Well, I mean, there was some time. game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Donovan Mitchell out there with Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position. Now here's Ivy. Cunningham, a screen on Hunter. Cunningham on the wing. Back to Ivy. Cunningham looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. Foul called. Looked like the D didn't get there in time. And he'll shoot free throws. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Now here's Mitchell. Duren with a rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Basket's good.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
And Cleveland has possession after the Pistons picking up a basket just moments ago. Mitchell, good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Cunningham. Here's Ivy. No good. Good D by Mobley.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Okoro passes to Mobley. Pass to Mitchell. Shoots over Duren. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Mitchell's got his second basket.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Cunningham. Here's Duren. Out to Thompson. Pass to Harris. Cunningham outside. Shoots over Allen. Ivy, left side. There's the triple. Here's Duren. And here's Cunningham. Driving inside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
The ferocious finish. Love watching Cunningham use his size and athleticism on the drive.
And at 6'10", Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
And Richard, thinking about Donovan Mitchell, he just has a total impact on the game.
It's crazy to think that he's in the prime of his career, but every single year he continues to get better. I still think there are more levels for him to go.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes and stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery, he redefined his form and strengthened his legs. Brian, he said it helped a lot.
That could be a silver lining of all that time off, Allen. Detroit has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
From deep, Mitchell. The Pistons clear it.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
A power finish there as he breaks out the tomahawk.
You could feel the shake after that.
Good.
Now here's Mitchell. He has 6. Mobley is screen on Cunningham. Looking to end the run. And another miss by Cleveland. Detroit leading by 6. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Detroit shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Thompson, no good on the free throw. Well, the recent success of the Cavs has centered around their defense, RJ.
Well, if you want a chance to contend, you're going to have to be able to defend. Their coach embodies that, and so does their personnel, specifically their front court.
That was okay, let's say that was an odd play. You don't see missed connections like that too often.
For Detroit, they've got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. And it's Cunningham missing. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
Mobley on a screen. Here's Okoro. Allen outside. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. From deep, Mobley. And Cunningham pulls it down. The Pistons lead by 8. Here's Harris. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. On the wing, Mitchell launches it. It's deflected. They get it back. Oh, he drains the 3.
NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And of course, they want to make sure it was the right call, but I'm not sure how much it'll impact this game. We'll see.
What a performance for Asar Thompson. He has been the story for Detroit. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Detroit, what do you guys think?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
On the court for the Cavaliers. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Okoro is out there with Mitchell, and it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward.
Credit to him for trying to get that 3 right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality.
Stolen by Mitchell. And here's the fast break. Oh, the double clutch. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Jaden Ivey.
Hard to stop a guy with Allen's physical gifts inside. He forces the defense to get sloppy and foul.
So both free throws good from Allen. Well, you talk about an anchor for this defense. Richard Jarrett Allen is that.
It's hard to find a big man who can move and eat up space like Allen. He's a great shot blocker that can also move his feet on the perimeter and guard in isolation. But a difference maker at the rim, that is where he's at his best.
For 3, here's Harris. To the left side wing. Duren, the pass to Thompson. Driving to the basket. Mobley grabs the board. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Here's Okoro. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Richard, you evolved as a shooter over the course of your career. Talk about developing shooting in the NBA game.
Well, it dictates what kind of offense you can run. You don't need a bunch of good shooters, but if you've only got 1 or 2, your interior play better be strong.
There's Cunningham with a 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mobley outside. Outside Mitchell. Mobley on a screen. Let's go with a 3. Thompson pulls it in. The Pistons lead by 8. And here's Cunningham outside. They grab their own miss. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. Detroit shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. And that one misses.
Yeah, as of right now, Jalen Duren kind of seems like a classic big man. He can block, he can rebound, and he really focuses on finding close-range looks. And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Back to Duren. Oh, they get a hand on it. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Here we go, 1-on-1. Here's Hunter. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Duren with the bucket.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's Okoro. Blocked!
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
Thompson passes to Cunningham. 1:43 left in the first half. And it's Thompson penetrating. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Mitchell, the pass to Okoro. Inside, Mobley. And it's Harris with the rebound. Harris has got 4 rebounds in the game. Thompson with it, guarded now by Mitchell. And that one's good. Thompson. And now it's a 12-point Pistons lead.
And meeting those expectations. I mean, this is what we all wanted to see from Thompson on offense.
And Mitchell puts up a deep 3. Cleveland again missing.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
The Cavaliers trail by 12. And there's Hunter on the assist by Allen. Hunter's got 4 points this quarter.
It's great whenever a big knows how to handle it. Allen.
What a jam! Incredible thunder
I
finish.
haven't seen anything like that in a minute.
Wow. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Hunter finds Mitchell. Allen with a screen on Thompson. The 3 from Mitchell. Duren with a rebound.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Here's Hunter. And that's not going to go. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. Pistons ahead, up by 12. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Fans, please direct your attention now to center court. And get ready for the fans half-court shot. Yoru, please. Thinking about it.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Nice game. Great performance by Asar Thompson.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
They've got Malik Beasley. Paul Reed is out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Tim Hardaway. And it's Fontecchio in at the 3. That's the group for Detroit right now. Beasley for 3. Hardaway, the pass to Reed. Back to Hardaway. Drills it from deep. Hardaway's got 5 points in the quarter.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Another 3 for Detroit.
Leaving absolutely nothing on the table right now. Their focus and execution has been outstanding.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
The Pistons lead by 20. Beasley outside. Fontecchio outside. Pass to Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. The Pistons need to get one up quick. Here's the 3. Stewart, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 20. And stolen by Beasley. Back to Hardaway. Got a piece of it. Stewart outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. On the wing, Strus. He's guarded by Fontecchio. Pass to Merrill. To get back on track, he takes it in, and he lays it in.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Now here's Hardaway. Give him 8 points now. Fontecchio, the pass to Hardaway. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Cavaliers trail by 18. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us." And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you. Thompson scanning the floor. Pass to Merrill. Count that one. Merrill's gotten 4 this quarter.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. A minute and a half left in the third quarter. Uses the glass on the layup. Merrill's got 6.
And they're behind right now, but you can't pin the blame on this guy. No, he's got to get some more help from somebody on his team. Help him. Help that man.
Count it.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Jerome, no good. Detroit leading by 16. Hardaway with a screen on Strus. Here's Fontecchio. And a miss there on the triple. Cleveland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Strus. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic 2-handed slam. Here's Beasley. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. There's a screen by Okiki. For 3. Jerome, no good. Now here's Hardaway. He's covered closely, and the shot goes. Hardaway's got 12 points in just the second half.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
Here's Jerome. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
And just nails the 3. Way to close the quarter.
He knew it.
And so it's Detroit, liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. We'll be back in a moment. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Cavaliers, they've got Max Strus. Tristan Thompson is out there with Jamal Kiki. Then there's Sam Merrill, and it's Jerome in at the point. And it's a completely new group for the Cavaliers. Cavaliers trail by 17. Outside Mitchell. The 3. Oh, Mitchell with a triple.
Hitting that shot helps loosen the driving lanes a little, and we know Mitchell only needs a crack of daylight.
There's Cunningham with a 3. Another score. His 5th make out of 10 tries.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
It's because he's reading where the shots are going and getting to the right position, just outworking everyone early on the glass. You'd love to get the ball this close in every trip where you can almost just not miss.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Outside Mitchell. Fires from deep. And Ivy pulls it down.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Thompson passes to Harris. There's Cunningham with a three. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough three.
The three from Okoro. Fires in the triple.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Cunningham outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Cunningham's got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, an encouraging sign. When Cunningham is dialed in from deep, he's dangerous.
From deep, Mitchell. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one. Thompson passes to Duren. Duren, the screen. And here's Cunningham outside. Up again. Mobley grabs the board. The Cavaliers trail by 20. Okoro outside. Up top, Allen. To the inside. Outside for Mitchell. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Allen can't get it to go. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Thompson outside. Pass to Harris.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Puts up a deep three. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Second personal
A
foul.
swing man that scores on all 3 levels. Harris is about as consistent as it gets.
Good on the second one. And for Tobias Harris, his priority is to contribute to winning basketball.
And he's shown that through his willingness to play different roles. We've seen him as a spot-up shooter. We've also seen him as a go-to scorer. He does whatever it takes.
Allen with a screen on Thompson. From deep, Mitchell. Duren with a rebound.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Ivy passes to Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
The three from Mitchell. The rebound by Detroit. Duren's got his 16th rebound on the night.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Pistons.
This team did a lot of things well tonight. Number one was passing the ball.
And it was a team that was in rhythm. And they just trusted each other to take the right shots.
And while there were some guys out there that played well, what really stood out was the production for Asar Thompson.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker.
Mobley, a screen on Ivy. Here's Hunter. And finished off by Hunter.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. We'll take it.
Second
And he makes the first.
13 foul.
Both free throws good from Thompson. 44 seconds left in the game. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Allen with a screen on Thompson. Mitchell, good.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
It's a shame, really. If they've been playing like this last quarter, they might be in a different situation right now.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Pistons taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead,
Cavaliers to start out. And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Mitchell is out there with Isaac Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. Doris, one of the more relentless players in the NBA, Donovan Mitchell.
Kevin, what I love about him is he loves the lead role. He feels very comfortable carrying tremendous responsibility on the offensive end. Donovan, one of the more confident players you'll meet.
Now, Maxey. After Isaac Okoro missing on that last 3-pointer. Outside, Maxey. No good on the 3. Now, here's Okoro, defended by George. Mitchell kicks to Okoro. Back to Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Hunter for 3. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Here's Maxey. Pass to Embiid. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Looming large on the interior. It'd be hard to deny.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Here he goes. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Maxey against Mitchell. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
And look at Maxey blowing past the contact. He is just too fast.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
I caught up with Coach Nick Nurse. So for much of the brief time I had with him, he was talking about Evan Mobley. He said this kid is not a kid. This is a mature big man who affects all aspects of the game at both ends. But in particular, he's worried about Mobley's defensive presence and his ability to guard every position on the floor. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Nice read by Maxey. Sees it, hits it, done.
George against Mitchell. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And Doris, the Cavs had a very successful 23-24 season. 47 wins and the number 4 seed in the East.
And Kevin winning a playoff series, their first one without LeBron James since 1993. Most of the players on the floor weren't even alive back then. Incredible to think of it in that context.
When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Mobley the pass to Okoro. And he makes good on the layup.
What tremendous control from Isaac Okoro. His coaches encourage him to attack through contact.
The 76ers trail by 3. Outside, Maxey plays it up and banks it in. Maxey's got 6 points.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now, here's Mitchell. 9 points in the game so far. Basket, good. 11 points in the game.
This is where Donovan Mitchell is nearly impossible to stop. With that aggressive defense, he still finds a way to score it.
Here's Maxey. Evan Mobley with the rebound. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Hunter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And there, just through activity, Hunter keeps the pressure on the defense.
And that one misses.
Line for the Cavaliers, DeAndre Hunter.
And the second free throw, good. So it's Philadelphia now. 4-point game. Embiid with a screen on Mitchell. And slam dunk by Maxey.
And what a finish by Maxey with that contact.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for one.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. I mean, he is tearing the defense apart. And let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Cleveland. He put together quite a quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Cleveland.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Isaac Okoro out there with Mitch. And it's Hunter in at the 3 slot. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. I think we have a beautiful game now.
Mitchell outside. From deep. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Donovan Mitchell will answer with his own 3. This guy has got a ton of pride and competitiveness.
Lobbed up there for Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Here's Mitchell. That one doesn't go. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers trail by 4. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. George looking over the floor. 6 to shoot. The second chance effort. Takes it from 10. No good off the back of the rim.
Just strong work defensively there in the low post. You got to be tough down in the paint.
Boy, he really anchors well on the block. Very difficult to back down.
Allen with the screen for Hunter. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
Here's Maxey. Mobley with the block. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And here are the 76ers now. They trail by 6. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And give credit to Maxey for just being aggressive inside, earning that whistle in the process.
Maxey hits them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Mobley, a screen on George. Mitchell wide open. Off target from 3-point range.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Free throw good, Maxey. The 76ers trail by 3. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Pass to Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. 76ers moving the ball around. And Maxey with the basket on the assist by Oubre. Maxey's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Offensively, Maxey can be such a problem. He attacks you with that relentless energy.
And it's Paul George with the finish.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
The specter of injury seems to always loom over Paul George's career, Doris.
Well, Kevin, I think it's very hard for Paul George fans to take out of their mind completely that gruesome injury he suffered. But we've got to give this young man a ton of credit. He has managed his play and his health to a very high level and still one of the most gifted players this game has seen.
That's his first personal foul.
Maxey hits them both. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Mitchell outside. Mobley outside. Looking to end the run. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Embiid. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Hunter. Allen kicks to Mobley. Back to Allen. Shot clock at 6. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Philadelphia leading by 3. Maxey passes to Oubre. Outside, Maxey. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. And the shot is good. Maxey's got 12 now in this quarter.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
Now, here's Okoro. He's covered closely. Going inside. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
29 seconds left in the first half. It's deflected.
The aggressiveness from Okoro to send that back. Not in my house.
Hunter, no one around him. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Maxey against Mitchell. Maxey, no good.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Fires the 3. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Philadelphia ahead, leading by a point. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up that shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
They've got Edwards. George is out there with Yabusele. And it's Bona in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. A nice shot by Okiki.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Now, here's George. And George with the stuff.
Oh, yes, sir. PJ making it look easy.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And the 76ers making a change here. Grimes is checked in.
Number 5, Quentin.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Here's Jerome. Down low, Okiki. And it's Grimes with the rebound. Philadelphia's shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Here's Yabusele. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Grimes. Pass to McCain. No good on the triple. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Merrill. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. The 76ers lead it. Out to the right wing. Here's Bona. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Cavaliers ball.
Cavaliers shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Here's Merrill. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even.
Well, get it inside to a quality score and let this guy do his thing.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Grimes. Hasn't made one yet. And Philadelphia with another turnover here. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Jerome. Pass to Merrill. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Here's McCain. From past the arc. They grab their own miss. Lock at 6. And it's Strus with the rebound. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Cavaliers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. He hits both from the stripe. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And last season, Max Strus hit that ridiculous 59-footer. Remember that, Doris? That was to beat the Mavericks.
How could we forget that shot, Kevin? It was the second longest game-winning buzzer beater in league history. And what gets overlooked, Strus was 5 for 5 from deep in the last few minutes of that game.
Here's Merrill. Here's Thompson. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And this is what Thompson does best. His aggressiveness on the boards is what makes him a valuable player.
Here's Grimes. And Thompson sends it back. Strus against Edwards. That's tipped. And Edwards with a clear path to the basket. Finish off the break.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Here's Jerome. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jerome's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Thompson with the rebound.
Amazing tenacity attacking the basket, and I'm sure he won't miss that next time.
Merrill, that's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Merrill's got the lead up to 7 now for the Cavs. Pass to McCain. Here's Bona. Here's McCain. Nothing on the board. Lets it go from the wing. The shot that time, not on target. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Here's Merrill. Good work there as it goes. And now a 9-point Cavalier lead.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Yeah, easy call.
The 76ers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And one One of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And he can't hit the second. Okoro wide open. He fires. And so it's Cleveland holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing up. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Donovan Mitchell is out there with the Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
The 76ers making a switch here. Embiid's checked in. Allen, a screen on George. Pass to Okoro. Driving inside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Cavaliers lead by 9.
Wow, playing with no fear. Okoro puts it on the deck, makes it happen.
Mitchell against Maxey. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. And here's Embiid. Misses the 3. Pass to Allen. And now it's Allen. Running. He can go all the way.
This guy does such an incredible job getting up and down the floor. Jared Allen's athleticism makes him a force in transition. George
finds Drummond. Now here's Maxey. And he swishes it right through. Maxey's got 5 points now this quarter.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him. But again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
Donovan Mitchell cooking right now. Things look easy on the offensive end.
Here's Maxey. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Maxey's got 27.
Oh, nice drive there to get to the bucket using some of that terrific agility that he possesses.
Mitchell outside. Pass to Mobley. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 5 rebounds tonight. Maxey with it. Guarded now by Okoro. They get it back. Maxey kicks to Oubre. Left side, Maxey. Just 5 on the clock. To the left wing. Embiid inside the line. It's hauled in by the Cavaliers. Allen up top. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Embiid with the steal. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's George. Here's Drummond. And he banks in the layup. Drummond's got his first bucket in this one.
The shot goes up. You've got to put a body on Andre Drummond. This guy's so good off the offensive window.
The drive by Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Maxey against Mitchell. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Maxey. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. Mobley, a screen on George. Mitchell kicks to Okoro. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Maxey.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Allen, a screen on George. Mitchell passes to Allen.
No, we call that defensive chops, right? Paul George is draped all over his man. He will not give up anything easy.
Here's Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
So poised in these situations. We've seen Maxey rock.
The coach's challenge has been issued.
This is the time now where the
officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
Allen, a screen on George. Here's Mitchell. Floats one. Doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from George. Embiid wide open. The 76ers again can't hit it. Cavaliers have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
Boy, this guy is a big-time athlete. Jared Allen, watch out.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. 6-point game. Looking to get back on track here. Mobley with the block. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Tyrese Maxey. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
Mobley, the pass to Hunter. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Cleveland moving the ball around.
Philadelphia foul. Kelly Jr. That's his second personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
An athletic forward, but with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey. The Cavaliers on offense. They've led by as many as 11 points. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Shooting for Cleveland, Jared Allen. Taking 2 shots.
And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 7-point lead.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
And George gets the whistle that time.
George.
That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
DeAndre Hunter. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
It's the first, and that narrows the gap to 7.
The line for your Sixers, Tyrese
Maxey hits them both. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances. All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll wrap it up, folks, for Doris Burke.
Both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. The backcourt is Cade and Thompson. Isaiah Stewart out there with Durant. And it's Harris in at the 3. Now here's Maxey. Here's Embiid. And it falls all over the rim and in.
Without missing a beat, Embiid gets the shot up. That's the work of an assertive offensive player.
Cunningham passes to Thompson. Back to Cunningham. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Cunningham against Maxey. Embiid a screen on Cunningham. Here's Maxey. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
You know, you have to love how strong Maxey takes it inside. Feels like he can beat everyone to the cup.
It's Cunningham with a drive. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Wow. Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And it's Maxey missing.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
There's Cunningham with a 3, and Detroit another 3.
I like this attitude on this possession from Cade, just really confident getting into that J.
And Brent, 2 of the best athletes in the league are brothers, Asar and Amin Thompson.
These guys are absolutely off the charts in terms of their elite ability to get up off the floor. And Asar came in a little less heralded than his brother, but he might have a slight advantage in a very important category, and that's shooting the ball.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. And that's going to be a travel.
Detroit ball.
The Pistons have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. Here he goes, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Cunningham's got 10 points.
Ignoring the defense and cutting to get the shot. That's a great play from Cade.
Maxey passes to Embiid, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal to the
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
George scanning the floor. Gets the 3 ball to go.
And George, a volume three-point shooter. He possesses outstanding confidence and leans into that perimeter game.
Thompson outside. There's the drive. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter of the game.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Last season was tough for the Pistons, Brent, setting an NBA record by losing 28 games in a row.
DA, I'm a glass half full guy. I'm going to go on the bright side. Look at their core. It's led by Cade Cunningham. This guy is ultra talented. He's still in his early 20s. They have a lot of young talent on the roster. They're going to be better. And they play way better in the second half of the year. So how's that for some positivity?
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie. Cunningham with the ball. Guarded now by Maxey. Back to Cunningham. Harris against Maxey. 5 to shoot to the right side. Durant, pass to Cunningham. The Pistons need to get one up quick. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Sixers ball.
76ers trail by 7. Embiid, a screen on Cunningham. Maxey passes to Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
And there's the process at work. Embiid rolls off the pick and right into scoring position.
Cunningham outside. Thompson, a screen on Oubre. Here's Cunningham. It's hauled in by Oubre.
Oh, you could tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff. Here's Cunningham. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Great job ending the quarter.
And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for Detroit. He was dominant this quarter, scoring in bunches. We'll be right back with you shortly. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Detroit.
Well, guys, early on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second. The backcourt is Cade and Thompson. Tobias Harris out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Duren in at the center position. All right, Brent, what do you see in Isaiah Stewart's game?
Well, coming in, he's always been that junkyard dog mentality, right? Try to play physical, rebound, bump guys around. But there's a little bit more to Isaiah Stewart in the way that he can shoot the basketball, expanding his range and knocking down some three-pointers. So some flexibility and some creativity on the offensive end.
Slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Maxey against Cunningham. Three-pointer Embiid. Yes, sir! Embiid from distance.
He does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Out to Thompson. Going inside. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth. Just couldn't finish.
Maxey finds Embiid. Duren with the rebound.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Here's Cunningham. Cade Cunningham with the flush.
And Cade doing a great job of figuring out how it is that he's going to stay this efficient.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Trailing by 8. Count that bucket. Maxey's got 6.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Thompson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 4th assist in this one.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Oh, Embiid with the flush.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Here's Thompson. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there. Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. Do you see that tapering off at any point?
Yeah, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in the game is add more time to the clock.
The Pistons lead by 8. Cade on the move. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Cunningham's got 21.
And Cade Cunningham's confidence from there is growing with every shot.
And it's Maxey missing.
But he's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range there.
Oh, wow! Wow! With authority!
And look at everybody. That's got this place going.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
It's Cunningham with a drive. Harris outside. And he lobs it up top. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And meeting those expectations. I mean, this is what we all wanted to see from Thompson on offense.
To the middle. And Embiid throws it down.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Duren, the pass to Cunningham. And there's the drive. Out to Thompson. Stewart outside. Pass to Harris. Jacks up a three. Drummond grabs the miss. 76ers trail by 11. Maxey passes to Embiid. The rebound by Detroit. And the Pistons pushing it up now. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. We'll be right back. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Nice game. Great performance by Cade Cunningham.
Using all that momentum behind him to finish with power. Gotta love watching him dive toward the rim.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
We've got Kyle Lowry, and it's McCain in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. Poke loose. Detroit leading by 13. Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Lowry with it. Now Fontecchio defending. Out to Lowry. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Lowry's got his first basket.
Lowry showcasing his ability to do damage on the inside.
Hardaway, the pass to Beasley. Here's Fontecchio. And again, the Pistons missing.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
This one for 3. Nails it from 3.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Lowry against Hardaway. Lowry, the pass to Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. The Pistons clear it. And the Pistons pushing it up now. Hardaway with it. Picked up by Lowry. And Kyle Lowry is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Ivy just wants to be part of the offense in any way possible, so looking for any way to contribute.
Lowry outside. Elbow shot. And Fontecchio pulls it down. The Pistons lead by 14. Here's Reed. Off target from 3-point range. For Philadelphia, they've gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. A nice shot by McCain.
Well, Lowry sees the breakdown, and then he knows the guy's going to be open. What a delivery that was.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, the Pistons have struggled despite the improvement of their young cornerstone, Cade Cunningham. He said, quote, "This league rewards winning. People are going to say everything I'm doing is empty and meaningless, until I win games. That's what I plan on doing, and once I do that, all the other stuff will come with it, guys.
That's a great perspective to keep right there, Allie. Thank you. Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of this game. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Hardaway on the take. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Tim Hardaway Jr., great momentum right to the rim.
Lowry outside. From outside the arc. Offensive rebound. Bona. Can't get the putback. The Pistons lead by 11. Shot from the wing. Ivy outside. Fires the three. Rebound by Philadelphia. Bona's got 5 rebounds in the game. Lowry surveys the D. There's the three. Bona. Great positioning on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Fontecchio with a screen. From about 19. Got it. Hardaway's gotten 4 this quarter.
A little bit of breathing room, and Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to look right to the rim.
Throws it up high, and an emphatic jam on the lob.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. And here's Ivy from the arc. Counted from distance. Ivy's got 5 points.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
Hardaway against Lowry. 18 feet out. Pass to McCain. There's a screen. Beyond the arc. Hits a three-pointer. McCain's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Hardaway, the pass to Beasley. Right side, Hardaway. Lets the three fly. Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Detroit on. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
76ers foul.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Setting the floor for Detroit. The backcourt is Cade and Thompson. Isaiah Stewart out there with Tobias Harris. And it's Duren in at the 5 spot. Well, if the Pistons are going to turn things around, Brett, it needs to start on the defensive end.
And that's part of it, BA. It's not surprising that they've been in the bottom 5 defensively over the past couple years. And that's what happens when you pile up a bunch of young players who want to prove themselves. And by proving themselves, it usually starts on the offensive end. We'll see if these guys being together start to take some pride in stopping their opponents.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. 8-point game. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Such an explosive athlete. Maxey saw his chance and took it right to the rim.
Cunningham passes to Thompson. Back to Cunningham. Thompson, a screen on Oubre. There's Cunningham with a 3 from beyond the arc, and then some. Cunningham's got 24.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Pistons.
Well, you have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks, too.
And something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
Pass to Duren. Out to Thompson. Back to Duren. And here's Harris. Just 5 to shoot. Off target from outside. The 3, George. And the three-pointer goes.
Yeah, Paul George, no problem pulling up well behind the three-point line to knock him down.
Ooh, poked away. Oubre with a steal. Stolen by Thompson. Harris outside. Thompson with a screen. Leaps for it. Pass to Stewart. On the wing, Thompson. With some arc. And it's blocked by Embiid.
You have to be aware of Embiid at all times. He's an outstanding shot blocker.
And it's Maxey missing.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
And that one's good. Stewart.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Embiid. Out to Oubre. Oh, deflected. And so it looks like it'll be Philadelphia ball.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Maxey attacking. And that one is stuffed right through.
Wow. Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Pass to George. And George with the jam.
Well, when PG's just aggressive in close, just punishing the rim that time.
Detroit leading by 7. Harris outside. Now Duren. No good on the 3.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
For 3, Maxey. Duren with a rebound. Detroit has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Harris goes in, and Harris throws it down.
And Tobias can take you off the bounce. He has that strong face-up game and creates offense that time.
Drummond to screen on Cunningham. Maxey passes to Drummond. Kicks it to George. Outside Oubre. 6 to shoot. Launches it. Offensive rebound. Embiid. Tipped.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
23 seconds left to play in the fourth. Thompson passes to Duren. From behind the arc. Rebound by Philadelphia. Maxey attacking. So it's Detroit picking up the win. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter.